YouTube, thanks for joining the first ever video of You, Me, and a Fence Post.
You're going to hear us discuss Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and how COVID has disrupted our plans.
Hey, and we ask that if you like this video, go ahead and like the video. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time that we post up new content.
We're going to post every 2 weeks, and I think you'll like the first one.
Well, Tara, between You, Me, and a Fence Post, I think this is our best one yet. Welcome to You, Me, and a Fence Post, the podcast with a sibling's perspective around farming, family, friends, and a lot of other random topics. I'm Clint Schaffer.
And I'm Tara Schrock.
And welcome to episode 3.
Can you believe holiday season is here?
I tell you what, I just cannot believe how fast 2020 has flown by. Or maybe dragged on. I don't know.
Have you been stuck in your house for the past 9 months like I have been?
I know, but I think that's like the weird part of this. It's like I feel like it's went by in a flash, yet other times it's like, when am I going to leave these four walls though, too, right?
Hey, I showered and I'm in real clothes today, so making progress.
Thank you for that. The first 2 episodes were brutal, so you know. So what are your plans for Thanksgiving here?
Unfortunately, nothing. We have canceled Thanksgiving.
You've just done the whole cancellation.
You know what we did? Mom and Dad are kind of higher risk and all of that, and so we've. It sounds so weird to just say like I've canceled Thanksgiving. But I have canceled Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna say it's the first time that you've probably canceled one of these big holidays.
It is. You know what? To be honest, though, I've never fixed a turkey before. I've never cooked a turkey at all.
Out of all these cooking stories and no turkey. Look at that.
I never have. So for me, it wasn't real hard because, I don't fix the turkey. Usually Mom fixes it and brings it over. And I don't like turkey. So, from a dinner perspective, it's not like the end of the world. But I wish that we could gather as a family. So.
Yeah, and that's the kind of the downfall of just where a lot of folks are at. Or these are usually the time of year that this might be the only time that you get to see some family members, right? Those 1-2 times a year that you get to see your second cousins from wherever, right?
Absolutely. I think for our family, it's a little bit different because we're all still around here. Our other 2 siblings live in Iowa, but we still see each other. I see Mom and Dad on a pretty much daily basis. Same with yourself. So from that standpoint, it wasn't like devastating because we're all still right here and we're able to see each other. But to your point, there's families that don't get together and aren't able to. So
yeah. We are still continuing Thanksgiving on a smaller scale though. So
are you taking temperatures at the door?
I have one up there, so,
so do I.
But this year I think what we're doing is we determined that we're still gonna safely get together, but we're gonna do it in a small group, and it's only my wife's immediate family this year.
Okay. Yep.
And typically we have a much larger gathering.
So do you fix the turkey?
No. Actually, my wife does a lot of the cooking, but my brother-in-law is going to be doing a huge ham. And then my wife just bought a small turkey. Okay. But I didn't realize there's like a shortage right now of small turkeys. So she's like, and she found this out after she got hers at like Sam's Club or something like that. So anyway, at least we got the bird. So we're ahead of the game there.
So a couple years ago, we were planning Thanksgiving at our place, and my in-laws were like, yeah, well, we had it at your place last year, so we can go ahead and have it at your place this year. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, yeah. And, are you going to cook the turkey? I go, I cooked the turkey last year. And she goes, yeah, you cooked the turkey and we had it here. And I'm like, I fixed a turkey and I don't remember fixing a turkey. Like, I feel like it would be pretty, iconic. No, lo and behold, I guess in your older age, both my mom and my mother-in-law forgot that my mom actually brought the turkey. And so I didn't cook the bird after all. But yes, I have been accused of cooking a bird and haven't fixed one yet. So.
Nice.
What about deep fried? Have you had it deep fried?
I have. I've been to different places with deep fried turkey, but we have not done the deep frying. That just seems like I have not undertaken any of the smoking of food or deep frying. It just seems like a lot of effort going into that. It was delicious as long as somebody else is doing it.
Well, what's your favorite dish?
Oh man, I think if I had to do you know this, but if I had to pick any favorite dish, I would say cheesy potatoes, hands down. Whoever brings cheesy potato. Now, my cheesy potatoes, just by the way, I don't know how y'all eat it, but my cheesy potatoes, I want Wheaties or cornflakes on the top of it, whatever y'all put on there. But it's a little bit of heaven, so.
I would have to go with the green bean casserole. And turkey onions. I like it topped with turkey onions.
Ah, those little crunchy things.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
fried onion.
Yeah. See, I like those little crunchy things on there. So, how about y'all out there? How about you tell us your favorite dish? Post it down there in the comments and see what everybody comes back with here.
As long as it's not turkey.
No turkey apparently on Thanksgiving. No, actually a funny story. We ended up having Thanksgiving, and we were actually going to, I think it was my mother and father-in-law's, and so anyway, it's kind of a rat race of getting out of the house, and you got your food that you cooked and getting the kids wrangled up and everything else. We always take our dog out there, so it's like getting old Spike up and going as well. And anyway, the funny thing is my wife made this big old vat of chicken noodles, right? Chicken and noodles. And she's like, take this out to the car. Be careful. Don't spill it. Don't do whatever, right? And so lo and behold, I pick this thing up, and it's in one of those pots that go into the crock pot container, And so I pick this thing up and I go walking out to the car, and the handle breaks on it. Like the little ceramic handle breaks, and it literally just everywhere outside. And it's just, I'm like just sitting there and I'm like,
and it's legitimately not your fault.
No, and it's not my fault. Right?
But she's going to be mad.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? I ruined Thanksgiving that year. Like, it's like that was our primary meal that, for that Thanksgiving. It was horrible. We got through it though. Luckily we make a bunch of food so everybody can eat everything. So
what about Black Friday?
Oh, Black Friday. That is a nightmare.
So another interesting fact, I've never been Black Friday shopping.
What?
I know. Never fixed a turkey. No Black Friday. I am like, I know.
Like you're like Little Miss Shopper though.
But it's online. I like online.
Now do you do like Cyber Monday or anything?
I do not. You know what? I'm kind of the type of person when I want to buy something, I just go buy it.
Just get it and go.
And God bless Amazon this year.
I tell you what, the UPS driver knows me by name this year.
Same here.
Constantly bringing stuff. I actually have a couple funny Black Friday stories though. One of them being me and a buddy of mine used to go on this Black Friday adventure, and I don't even know why. Like probably we were young and not too bright, and we decided to go to do this like 5 a.m. deal. This is before they started doing the 24-hour Thursday stuff, like
it doesn't stop.
Yeah, so we go to this electronics store because me and him are big into electronics. I think he was buying like a new TV or something. And we get up there, and he drives at this point in time, it was like this Chevy 3/4 ton diesel 4-door long bed. Like it's basically a limo that you have to park, right? I mean, it's hard to park on a good day. We get in this parking lot, and I'm not kidding, there's no place to park. And it's like, again, a huge truck that's jacked up and everything else. And finally he just looks around and he's like, well, that looks like the only place to me. And he just pulls up on one of those islands that has like the 2 trees planted on it, you know what I'm saying? And just parks in the grass right in between there. And I'm like, dude, you're going to get towed, Get in. We go into this. There's like lines designated on where you have to. It was a rat race. And I just walked around aimlessly because I'm not buying anything. Like it's just him. Come back out. There was like 6 other vehicles that had now since parked in each island that was in between like all these parking lots. So, I mean, we kind of started a trend right there. So, yeah.
See, but I just don't know why you would want to fight that kind of crowd.
They gave us $50 off a TV or something,
I know, right?
Come on.
I actually think there are a lot of fights, right? Like on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I think some people take it like to heart.
Yeah, luckily I have not been or seen a whole lot of that. But yeah, like people taking things out of each other's carts and all that. And we have done went up to our local Walmart, and you know how small our little Walmart is. It's not even a super Walmart. That's how small this thing is. But we went up there one time, and to get to, I think we got Devin like a little tablet, like a kid's tablet thing, and they only had like 6 of them that was going to be there, right? And you had to be there in time, and so we ended up going there. That was a little bit of a rat race, and it was pretty interesting because there was a lot of kids stuff, and I think that's where you see a lot of like the battling going on. I don't know. It kind of parents.
I've missed out on this.
Yeah,
my whole life. So, and now I don't think there's going to be a Black Friday this year, right?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I would doubt it, I guess.
Well, there's even been some major releases now. And so PlayStation 5 just got released, like, I don't know, last week or something, right? And I know this because I play video games, Tara. And and anyway, it released, and they're not selling a single one of them in a store. Like, you can't buy it in a
store.
No, they for COVID reasons, they basically literally stated that they're going to sell everything online. So it's like, you know, their store, Best Buy, Amazon, all that, that's where they're going to sell everything. Huh. So anyway, so to your point, I really don't know if there's going to be an in-person Black Friday deal.
I would guess not.
Yeah, probably not. So think of all the stuff you're going to miss out. Oh, wait, yeah, you're not going to miss out on anything. So
I've actually already done most of my Christmas shopping. It's done.
Wow.
I know. So unfortunately this year I skipped over the Pilgrims. I'm sorry. Like, they deserve their day. But I've already put the Christmas tree up and
seen on your Twitter that you had like the Christmas stuff up.
I'm sorry, Pilgrims.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Now here's the thing. I don't know if you noticed before we came down to the old studio here that our Christmas tree is up as well. And I'm literally sitting there. I think it was last Saturday, last Friday night, something like that. And I'm sitting there watching TV or whatever, and here my wife comes dragging something down the stairs. And she doesn't ask for help, right? She didn't ask for help because she knew my reaction, what it was going to be, what she was dragging down. And I started hearing, I'm like, are you getting the tree down? And she's like, yes. I'm like, oh my. We haven't even went through Thanksgiving.
I know.
And now we're
I know.
Right
I've thought
Christmas.
about that. I'm like, I just skipped over, like I say, the Day of the Bird. I skipped over it. So
yeah,
yep.
that's crazy. But you know, one of the other things I was kind of thinking about too, you know, as thinking about like the holiday season, and we talked about families gathering and things of that nature. And it was kind of interesting. I was starting to think of some of the times that we'd drive out to Chaffer family Thanksgiving, you know, when we were kids, right? And we had to drive basically a 2-hour drive to go see Grandma and Grandpa.
We thought it was so long.
Oh, it felt like we were driving across the country.
And fortunately, we had a big van. The Memory Maker. And we were always playing cards, and so it was a fun 2-hour trip, but we thought like it was, we dreaded it.
Oh, I remember as a kid, it's like, I hope I sleep and you just wake me up so I just show up there, you know? Like, oh, yeah, I always felt like
and
it was
who
so
thought
long.
that we were going to grow up and then actually travel for work?
Oh, I know,
and
yeah.
do long stints.
Yeah, I'm like, 2 hours?
I
That's
know. That's not even...
short as can be.
I know.
Yeah, but it got me thinking, like, just some of the funny things, like, you know, after Grandma and Grandpa moved to town, how we'd still like drive past the family farm, look at the barn that we used to. Grandpa had that
Chaffer
rope swing in
Road,
there.
Peoria, Morton, Illinois. I'm sorry, Morton, Illinois, and it's still there, Chaffer Road. So, yeah.
Yeah. I still drive past it. If I go down there, I'll jump on 150 and take a look at it every now and then.
Yeah, I've actually broke into that house a couple years ago. And my cousins still own it, but they said it was kind of falling in and not to take a trip. And so then one time they weren't there. They weren't at the farm. So a couple years ago, I stopped and took a tour of the house.
Oh, all right. So
I don't think I can get arrested for that now, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on the relationship you have with our cousins, I guess. So, you know, one of the other funny things too, I was sitting there thinking about. Do you remember the Thanksgiving that we got sweet corn out of the freezer?
Oh gosh, no.
And they were and we had that year Dad grew like multiple different varieties
and Mom
sweet
is
corn.
really good at freezing sweet corn.
Very good.
I mean, it tastes like after she cooks it again, it's on the cob and it tastes exactly like it came out of the field.
Right out of the field. Yeah. And so we're sitting there in this big harvest table, right? I mean, we got the whole family there. And they start getting these out, and it's like, they're eating one, and my grandpa would take a bite out of it, and he would give his review at that point, and then he would hand that same cob to my grandma, who would then take another bite out of it, who then passes it over to Dad, who passes. Everybody's just sharing the same corn on the cob.
I was not participating in this.
I just remember us kids, we were mortified.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry. Still to this day, my corn on the cob is my corn on the cob. You can go get your own. I will tell you how great it tastes. You ain't tasting mine.
I know. It is.
It just started making me laugh. I just remember that was one of my funny Thanksgiving stories there. So, well, hey, I guess I'd say, good luck on your cancellation of Thanksgiving. Hopefully we can have a better conversation for Christmas, maybe.
I don't know. It just means that I don't have to see you. So, I mean, there's an upside to it as well.
You're stuck every 2 weeks. We're going to be seeing each other now. So, but all right. Well, hey, I think that concludes this episode of You, Me, and a Fence Post. So.
Awesome. Thank you. And thanks for listening in. And you can follow us on Twitter as well at Tara Schrock and Clint Schaffer.
Yeah. And be sure to go out there, give us a review. Make sure you subscribe to us. And leave comments. We want to hear from everybody out there that's listening. Give us some ideas. Give us some of your family stories. We'd love to hear them. So with that, thank you. Take care. And
thank you very much.
Thanks for listening to You, Me, and a Fence Post.